Welcome back, welcome back. Today is gonna be a little doozy, I'll tell you that. Fair use.
Where there's smoke, there's flame.
Yes, where there's smoke, there's flame.
Smoke.
Brace yourself. You're going to the dark side. You ready for some harsh truth? It's about to get real. King of the shadows, little nigga. I'm about to bring something out of the shadows that most people should know. But I don't think you know. Now, for a long time now, I've been listening to black women run their mouth, right? And rightfully so. You know? You can say we ain't this and we ain't that. Can't argue with that, you know? Some of us, we ain't on par. We ain't up like the other races. You know? And I'm not gonna sit here and care to explain reasons why, oh, it's unfair and I don't care. You're right, we ain't where we supposed to be. That's the only thing that matters, right? It's the only thing that matters. It's the truth. So, now I just want to bring out a little truth.
Always get reason. Or to look for men for sex. And it's wild because women are doing the worst when it comes to that. Women out here in serious trouble in their lives, not being accountable, not doing what's needed at the right time. As far as when you need your nails done, if you don't have the money, don't get them done. Let me get on to the next one. It's just sad.
If I hear one more single, beautiful, available, smart, funny, sexy, connected woman say to me, guys just aren't guys anymore. They're just like, where are all the men? What's happening with all the men? And I hear it so often from women that I meet, women that I know, women that I ask questions about because I'm curious, because I want to understand what's going on. It happens over and over and over again, is that us men, we are not stepping up into the role of the masculine, which is to lead, to take initiative, to be present, to be available, to plan, to make asks, to pick up the phone, to get off of the passive texting.
See, white boys are saying the same shit. Now, you think that white man broke? No. You think that white man look like Brad Pitt? So, when black men get angry and go, damn, man, we fucked up. These niggas did all this bullshit to us. They got our women over there acting the fuck up. Hey, bro, it is what it is, my nigga. Like, but look at them. They you get it? They got shit. Niggas is still corny, and their own women. He's talking about his women. His own women don't want him. He ain't manning up. So, those are the type of white men they don't want. They have more money than you, but they don't look better than you. They ain't cool enough. You know what I'm saying? And they're not going to get picked by the black woman or the white woman. For some odd reason, Oh yeah, I forgot. They didn't pick them maybe, you know, when they were younger, or I don't know what the fucking case is with everybody not, you know, having these problems. But then I looked at the world and said, oh yeah, everybody's in this delusion of I'm the shit. And a lot of people ain't. You know? So just like regular life in the way it's always been, just a little different. Everybody that looks good is gonna play their fantasies and choose each other, right? Common. It's normal. It's normal. Most of the good-looking people gonna go with the good-looking people, and what's left over after that, you know, like the good-looking women are going to go up after the rich guys, and what's left over. You know what I mean? So in everybody's race, it's all equal. If you ain't that dude, you're fucked.
To get off of the passive texting.
He's looking at his paper. Stop it.
To take initiative, whatever it may be.
What else? What else? What else? You know, I want song to play. Panda, panda,
Say hi, Panda.
panda, panda, panda.
Oh yeah.
And it's perfect, because what was that woman just at? Panda, panda. I got broads in Atlanta. Just like the woman said, we're the good men in Atlanta. I got broads in Atlanta. That's your panda right there. To say anything to make women feel good, but it's not for that.
It ain't gonna work. See, regardless if you black or white, and you become a panda bear, and you're like, yeah, these women, this and that, you know, you're not getting picked. You're just furthering their agenda with your power. And they don't want you. So, you know, they'll use you for your support. Duh, they still ain't picking your ass.
It's for clicks and views.
That's not my problem.
See what you just said? You saw a bunch of women with kids.
Yeah, seems to be a lot of those now, and they're the same women popping shit.
Weird. I had to make a trip last night. Overnight, it was like midnight, 4 hours basically. Okay.
When Kevin Samuels said winter's coming, what he meant is men are waking up, and once it hits the fucking, once you women are gonna never look at us. Eventually you'll see each other though, and that's what's gonna wake you the fuck up, but you still won't be awake to what's really happening. Winter's here.
Number one, good advice. Do not, I repeat, rent an EV if you have a long road trip to take. And an EV is an electric car if you don't know. But anyway, 2 hours into my road trip, I have to pull over and charge this car, which takes an hour. All right. But here's the thing. There was like at least 4 other cars, you know, at the charge station. One of them had a husband and wife, or man and woman. I don't know what they were. But the rest was either women and kids. But I promise you, I'm sitting here like, well, damn, where all these females going? You know? Oh, and then keep it moving. You know, I took,
She saw a bunch of single ladies.
you know, after an hour, started driving, got to my destination. I was like, you know what? I don't want to have to get up and charge the car before I turn it in. I'm going to go ahead and go to the charge station. Lo and behold, it was like a Tahoe there, and this lady came out, went in the back to get like a water or something. She had some kids in the car, but it was just her. And the only thing keep hitting my mind is, where y'all fellas at? Okay, y'all may be in the bed getting ready to go to work, or y'all probably already at work, but why is it are we the ones that's out here getting the job done, making moves, going places? Like, it was just weird that every time I stopped, I just had a bunch of women that surrounded me. Now, that could be a good thing, and I'm looking at it as a good thing, but I was just like, where are all the men? Where y'all at?
Well, I promise a stress-free environment.
What if I told you you could tap into one of Pittsburgh's most knocks?
Well, I promise a stress-free environment.
There's no reason there was so much female on the streets last night making trips or wherever they were going, and y'all nowhere to be found.
You women are so oblivious. You don't realize this shit been going on for like 20 years, dog. Or more. Y'all been walking around single in fucking packs for so long, it's ridiculous. The thing is, you's really abused your power and told all regular men you're not shit. So when you fuck your life up, and you only can go to regular men because anyone above regular, they're like, I don't have to deal with you. There's always another you. There's always another you. You are not the only one. I will fucking go around the corner and find another you that don't have kids. You're an idiot. You think you're something and you shit on all your last reserve. You made your last reserve feel like they can't get picked. So your last reserve loses its talents in being around women. Like that guy said, yo, we got to man up. I don't know why niggas ain't in it. It's because most men are going, sound the horns, year after year and year without women. Sound the horns. So each generation of men coming up is getting further away from being around women, which we need to do that so we can have that skill and, you know, the passion to want to earn things and go fucking super Hercules. See, you don't get that. You're a very big, important part of our life, and when you decided to say, I don't want men on the bottom, I only want men on the top, but I'll fuck dudes with money and then get caught up in the game, you really don't realize all of that shit worked back in the day because our grandparents were under spells and curses. They were trained to be idiots. We're fucking free now. And now that they freed you without freeing your mind and making you realize that old dynamic cannot work in this new world because men are free. So we're teaching each other these things. And yous dropped the ball really, really bad.
Y'all better get up and get it going.
That's not my problem.
See what you just said? You saw a bunch of women with kids. That's what you just said. Guys aren't taking care of a woman's kids. You're seeing that more and more now. It's as clear as possible. She's in the streets. She's seeing. And you know what she's seeing? She can see that winter's here. And see, a lot of people go, boy, how can you say winter's here? People are still going out and partying, not that much. Because guys aren't participating. Guys aren't participating in the games anymore. Now, why would a guy get with a woman that has 3 to 4 or 5 kids? He's not doing it. And guys, a lot of guys out there are trying to protect their seed as well. Believe it.
I learned that lesson the hard way. Find a regular bitch on a regular woman on my level. She's actually beneath me. And try to be a good man. I don't have fucking children, so I'm like, fuck it. She got kids aside. You know what I mean? I'll step up. Just to get done dirty anyway. You think I'll ever fuck with a black woman that has kids again? You think I'll ever trust one of you again? Nah. And that's for all women. Because, you know, I've been around the other nations of women more than my own, so I already see their treachery.
Not. And women will turn around and say, oh, well, I can't have a man over 40 with no kids. There's a lot of guys like that. Why? Because guys need to be careful. And why do guys need to be careful? Because, I mean, I showed a video yesterday of a kid that went to Japan and was running everything raw. So he's pretty much a pookie going out there, claims he's trying to make a baby, running everything raw. And there's a lot of guys doing that back in the West, too, which is dangerous. I'm going to show you why.
So I came across this, and I said, I beg your pardon?
Now, this is what the video is really about. That was just a warm-up. To, you know, I'm sure you've seen plenty of videos with men showing, or in my channel, you know, this is where yous are fucked. Black women are fucked. And I went and looked up the statistic, what he's about to say about other women. You know what happened on my thing? It kept showing black women. So they're hiding the statistics of the other women. And since you're a gourmet fucking thing, you're a delicacy, you know, stinky leg for the other men of the nations, you know, they don't marry you, they fuck you. And, you know, when this starts getting popular, yous are done. You get it? Yous are fucking done after this. It's already been out. They just don't broadcast the shit because they're giving you a chance. But we're
You
not.
see? It says CDC, nearly 50% of black women ages 14 to 49 have genital herpes.
We are doomed. Did you hear that? Crazy.
My sweet Lord. What in
Excuse
the
me?
world? 50%?
And they didn't say 50% of black men. You noticed that, right?
So, 50% of yous, from the youngest to the oldest, are already finished. And you're lying to men and you're not telling them. You're not. Yous are out here burning. I live in this town now, and I've already witnessed 2 women that willing to burn niggas. So when they try to make it seem like it's us all the time, nah. Daddy's been around all of your nations, and yous don't fuck with us. When he sends me to your towns, there's only us, like 1 or 2, and all of you. And that shit's floating around. So you're not gonna be able to blame us, remember? Yous don't like us.
Why didn't you hear 50% of black men? Why is that the case? Think about it. Think about it long and hard. Women are all having relations with the same guys. Because there would be more black men with it.
How do black men know you? We only fuck the same dude. Duh. And that's how we know. You only have babies by certain men. And, once we know your baby father is, we know. And then we check your statistics. And then we go, all right, 50% of black men and higher don't have that. So, what the fuck is going on? What are you doing out here? I thought you were doing so good. You don't need us, remember? Now it's to the point where, yeah, we still need you. We love you. But you jumped off the bridge.
What the guys doing more of? Protecting their self, protecting their seed. They're strapping up because they don't trust what's going on. Let it finish.
Listen, I am telling you now, and I'm going to be very honest about this. There are a lot of women out on social media saying that they're celibate. Who's celibate? I'm going to say it again.
Yeah, I see why they're celibate. They probably have to be celibate now. Starting to make sense.
There are a lot of women that you see on your timeline saying that they are celibate. Who's celibate? Okay? They out there selling that boom boom. Because it ain't no way if we got all of these movements, the beer is better, we don't like men, we don't trust men, 4B, 5B, 6C, USB-C.
I wonder why so many attractive young women are quick to go to OnlyFans. I wonder why. I wonder why they can actually see what the fucking fate of that is and still do it anyway. Oh, because they're fucking done already. They're done. They're done. And the dude they're running around with, either they don't give a shit about him, or they're gonna just be done together and they're gonna make money off it.
Ain't no way.
Oh yeah, and by the way, no 4Bs happen. You guys already seen I showed that, but let's continue.
We in a situation where 50% from ages 14 to 49. Now, I want to say something. I want to be very clear about this. Everyone, when they get into a new relationship, you need to get tested. Period. You get into a new relationship, you need to get tested.
When I met this Spanish girl out here, she told me she got burnt in her, I believe, late teens. So if she got burnt in her late teens, she's willing to confess that she let a nigga hit and burnt his ass. How many times she do that? Sound the horns. My daddy in the building. Then the other motherfucker that I know about, they told me, maybe they forgot or something, I don't know. And then, they're telling me how they like to they're a stripper and shit, and they be having sex for money. And I said, how many niggas do they tell this? Or do they just burn all these dirty ass niggas going there? Not giving a fuck. So I said, all right, I'm living in a town where when I talk to the regular people, they think I'm just a dirty ass nigga. And all these niggas be talking that nasty shit and staring at all the bitches. And I know for a fact, All I gotta do is feel your soul, see how you act, and I know if one of them get your ass in a room by yourself, you gonna pay to play, baby. And like I said, they out here not giving a shit, bro. A lot of women out here not giving a shit. And you think, the Lord's punishing me? Why I can't get a woman? Nigga, this is why the Lord keeping you away from them. You would have been done already. Sound the horns. You get it? You would have been done. Are you happy now my father made you a virgin and not look like a fucking Chad? Are you happy now that you stay home and play video games and you're corny? It saved your life. You still have an opportunity now. Get it? They still have opportunities. Not like they're gonna die from it, but we all know the truth. When you have to tell people this, it limits your options.
When they get into a new relationship, you need to get tested. Period. You get into a new relationship, you need to get tested. Because what you don't want to do is have a situation where you didn't get tested and something happens or comes up and you don't know who brought it into the relationship.
Now, how about that? As a black man that has been fucking trying to just learn all these things to be decent and get ready, when I get settled down, I'ma find me a black woman. Do all of this, they don't want me shit. And then the ones that I don't want, because they ain't gonna do nothing but sabotage my life or their life with their lifestyle. Right? So I finally get close to board, I'm on board. I ain't even close to board, I'm on board, And with a woman that's on my level or maybe below, because, that's the only way men can choose. You get a woman on your level or below you. You assholes, I want something on my level and above me. You see how we're actually completely different, yin and yang? That's why I don't get mad at women for, the way you think. It's natural in a way. Like, it kind of makes sense. You're so vulnerable out here. You're not tough. You're not as smart as you think you are. You think you know the world so much. And you don't understand why men ruled over women's lives, because you are easily fucking tricked. You gotta understand that Martin Luther King and all those people died to free us. So we can love each other and be together and blah blah, walk these fucking streets. And now 50% of my women, I can't even be with them. And then it doesn't matter because I'm a part of the 50% that they don't even want to be with. So it doesn't matter.
And something happens or comes up.
Oh man, we're
and you don't know who brought it into the relationship.
We're gonna be a
Guys out
handful
here
for another 500
chasing
years.
behind women, they're chasing behind a problem like this. This has been a problem. I didn't know that number was that high. And then
Alright, we're gonna jump off that.
So many women think getting a pap smear is getting an STD test. It's not. They're checking to see if you have cervical cancer. If you're going to have somebody sit you on a table, tell you to undress yourself, spread you wide, and stick things into you, speak up. You don't know what's going on? Ask them what's going on. Ask them what they are doing. They can't assume that you know what they are doing. Stop being so comfortable getting on that table, having these doctors do things to you, and you don't know what the hell is going on. Getting a pap smear is not getting an STD test.
That said, a woman has to say that to other women. Obviously, she understands and knows that women are fucking dumb, and so she said, let me let some of these sisters know, go get a real fucking test, dog. What you're doing is not a real test, and you're gonna burn somebody. Now, we're gonna jump into this, and what this is the reality of life for a lot of us now. So if 50% of most women, because that's what I really believe it is, a little high on some ends, maybe lower on some ends, because everyone's fucking now and everyone's stinky legging, and everyone broke barriers of dealing with each other's races. And then the scumbags, the down low motherfuckers that are just just doing pain, and so you don't know who's who, you don't know what's what, right? You know what I mean? And the black man, the white man, no matter what man you are, we all want to see our race survive and grow. You know what I mean? And you know, like that's just normal. Now, with everyone not picking each other in their own race because of all these superficial reasons, that leaves a lot of us, you know, because 50% of black men that women don't want, and then they only want the 10% of black men that don't want them. And they don't even know where they fucking look for this guy. And when they find him, he doesn't even look at them. They don't even realize it. He's like, yo, your dog, you're not that hot. A lot of yous are fucking, you're not getting that guy. And so that's gonna lead to people blended in with each other, you know, like all the white men that are successful, there's a lot of their women. Every race of people's women outpopulate the men. All the high status men or alphas or ones that got the game or whatever it is, they're gonna get the best, right? And then they get to choose. The rest of us got to choose from what's left over. And you know, like I said, those barriers are broken down, and you know, people are dating outside their race now. And black women pop a lot of shit about doing that, and I'm sure a lot of yous can. That's why you pop shit. But I'm sure a lot of you are not. It's not the number that yous go on there and talk this dumb shit online. A lot of yous don't look as good as, you know, the ones that do get picked by these white men. Your attitude is not the same. See, those type of white men that choose black women like black women that were raised around their culture. They sound like a white girl. They talk like a white girl. They understand certain things. Like I was listening to some black girl talk about how to pull rich white guys. And it was the craziest thing. She said it's easier to pull a rich white guy with a ratty weave. You know how we be seeing them with the fucked up weave? And we be like, damn, bitch, at least get a new one. She said that's how she be getting these niggas. I said, wait up. She said the white men with money, they're not like black men and black women. When they see you with that shit, like, oh, you need to get your shit right. They actually like it and shit. They don't, something, I forgot the way she explained it, but it did make sense. Because he's not used to that. So when he sees that, he's not gonna be like, oh, you dusty or whatever. No, he's like, wow, nice, fine ass black woman, and she's broke. You just don't realize that's what they're really looking at. They're like, oh, good, I know I could throw some cash around her fucking, and she's gonna do what I want. She's, you know, not saying that's what they're all thinking. Some of them want to wipe them out. But if it was at their alarming rate, yours would be, you know, it would stats to stats. She wasn't married to one. She chasing him though, and she looked good. And that shit blew my mind. And I was just like, yo, they have a certain group of our women already mentally where they never will want a black man again. It don't matter. They were raised to be, they were raised on certain things, just like the ghetto black women. They were raised on certain things, so they only want to, you know what I mean? A lot of women in the world were raised certain ways to look at certain men, and they believe certain dynamics. So it's not even about, oh, they hate they men. I hate when men be like, oh, they hate us. Oh, no, they see the reality of life. Most black men are not rich. So if I choose to go after most black men, I'm not getting a rich one because it's so much fucking competition. All black women want that dude. I'm not competing against 2 million other niggas when I can go to this white boy and I look exotic to him. I'm the fucking new thing now. These white girls ain't got no me. You know what I mean? Just like the white girl that, you know, learns how to be black and then she shits all over the black girls. And they learn about us and they know how to learn the culture. They've been studying this shit. They don't want nothing else. It's what they've been training for or what they got trained for. Either way, it don't matter. See, I'm at the point of not caring no more because everybody's right and everybody's wrong. you know? And everyone's gonna have to deal with what they gotta deal with.
And
No matter what color they are.
yeah, and I have had a lot of people as well tell me, like, oh my gosh, biracial babies are the cutest babies. And I think that's really sweet. I'm excited to have babies with this handsome
I believe this is an African and an Australian or New Zealand woman.
man. This next one I've heard the most, and I haven't heard it from any South Africans. This one I've heard from Canadians and New Zealanders and just people online.
This is a really
Sound
really
horns.
uncomfortable question.
No, but it's really
Sound
important to say
horns.
because people say this all the time.
I know.
People.
Shit's about to get real. So for all of those people like me that are, you know, you're race loyal, but you know you're not gonna get chosen by your race, so you're like, you know what, fuck it, I'm not a racist, so I might have to be, you know, good thing I find other people attractive and I'm not just like beating the head with the racism, like, ew, only a black woman for me, I die alone. You know what I mean? Some of us, we ain't beef for that shit, bro. Like, we understand that the kid's gonna come out looking like me.
I've asked
One
you
way
so
or
many
another.
times, so is it true what they say about black guys? And you can
Some of us.
assume what that is.
What an awkward thing
It's
to say.
so
right?
freaking awkward. I've been asked.
Sound horns. So, right away, it doesn't matter who you're with, right? Both of you are gonna have to hear stereotypes. Sound horns. If you're not ready to fight against your own people and you know, say mind your motherfucking business, cause this person makes me happy, and the stereotypes that you're gonna, you know, shit on my man or my woman for, because both of you are gonna get it. Sound the horns from each other's race. Everywhere you go. The ones that don't understand that your race didn't pick you and you picked each other because you actually are compatible and skin doesn't fucking matter.
Awkward thing
It's
to say.
so freaking awkward. I've been asked that in public at a hair salon, in front of Josh as well, in front of a whole room full of people. So is it true what they say? And it's like,
Imagine a room full of your people and you're a woman and they're like, hey, is that black guy got a big dick? What the fuck are you doing? Why would you ask that? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, why, what the fuck does that even matter? Does he treat you good? Does you, why, you get it? But people have to know these stereotypes because, you know, I don't know. I've dealt with it. Every interracial relationship I've ever had, all these things come up eventually. And then the secret hating motherfuckers, oh, they gonna catch you on the side, talk that shit to you, try to break you up and shit. So, you know, being with somebody of another race, you better be strong. You're going to deal with hatred. And you're gonna see the worst thing about hatred is your own people hate you. See, they're gonna stop hating on me. They're gonna hate me, and they're used to that. And the more they tell you why you should too, and you don't, that's when all that hatred goes towards you. And then, you know, you got to deal with that. You might lose your family members, your friends, you know?
that is wildly inappropriate. That is none of your business, first of all, and just what a rude thing to say. And I feel like it just dehumanizes. Do you feel like it dehumanizes?
Yeah, actually.
It like fetishizes and dehumanizes black men, and I don't like it.
Yeah, to be honest, like, I've heard it my whole life, so I'm a little bit desensitized to it. Like, I don't like it, but, like, I've heard it my whole life. It was a...
Because you ain't packing, nigga. That's why you don't like it. You can't be like, yeah. That's true as hell, dog. All of us. Every last one of us. Knowing damn well it ain't true. Know what I'm saying? Everybody know or should know that every race of men have big ones and small ones. It's not a fucking race thing. It's a fucking man thing. You're blessed or you're not. Duh. Like, you know, it's not a fucking, I mean, maybe, no, I'm saying, I don't know. Like, maybe if we line everybody up and then we'll see the averages ain't the same, you know what I mean? But who the fuck want to do that? I don't want to know my shit bigger than anybody. I don't give a fuck about none of that. What does that mean to actually treating my woman good? What the fuck does that have to do with anything? You know? I get it though, because the competition of being hateful, it draws into you like, oh, they're better than me. That man might be. The nigga next to you is better than you. Shut the fuck up. Why are you worrying about if a black man, Spanish man? Yeah, they are better than you. And there's a bunch of them that are not better than you. It's called real life, my nigga. That's what motherfuckers be worried about the most. And then they be mad like, oh, you took one of our women. Or you took one of our men. You don't want them. You would have fucked them. You would have played your games. You would have never married them. You would have never loved them. That's why they came to me, motherfucker, because you don't know how to be real. You don't know how to be what she wanted, what you should be. And people, you know, do this shit to you.
Sensitized to it. Like, I don't like it, but, like, I've heard it my whole life. It was a lot different, like, when I'm hearing it, like, asked to you. It's just very uncomfortable all the way around.
If I don't answer, then they're gonna make an assumption. If I do answer, they're gonna make an assumption. There's really no winning for me. I just tell people off when they ask me that. I'm just...
Yeah, there is a winning. It's either A, tell them and embarrass them. Why are you worrying about that? And, you know, you what's wrong with you? Or, you know what I mean? When you do that openly, everyone that feels fucking stupid, sound horns, they'll feel stupid and they'll stop doing it. Or you express how much you love that thing. I don't give a fuck if it's small, big, lie. Say that shit is the best and oh my God, it feels like, it's like going to heaven. You don't understand, you gotta try it. And you're gonna piss everybody off just as much as they made you mad. It's time to join the game of pettiness. And you know why? Because then they'll stop. Then the game won't continue.
Like, that's none of your business.
Or...
Okay, so that is the end of the questions. Now we are going to be telling...
Now we're going to find out how really real it is. Hate comes on different levels. And it gets realer and realer and realer.
Crazy story.
Sound the
May
horns.
of 2020.
My daddy's in the building.
I open up my phone and I have like 50 messages from random people that I don't know telling me that my face and location have been posted on a white supremacist website called Colfax and that I need to check it out ASAP. And I go on this website and they have a picture of me and my location. They put that I lived in Australia, which is so funny because I have never lived in Australia. I lived in New Zealand, but I'm assuming they saw one of my YouTube videos or something and they just assumed my accent was Australian. They had this whole page called...
So understand, as soon as you get in this relationship and you flaunt your ass on Facebook and Instagram or even your town, they may be supremacists that are watching you and they're like, he's dead, she's dead, they're fucking gone, you're gone. If I catch your ass slipping, you're gone. If I have power, I'm gonna get you locked up. I'll make you lose your job. I'm gonna break yous up. Yous are gonna get broken up. How much do you love that nigga for real? How much do you love her for real? Cause we gonna put your ass through the ringer.
The Traders, and it was just all of these girls that were white and in relationships with black men, and they just called us the Traders, and they had like this comment section that people would comment on, and they would just bash us. There were death threats on there, people saying like, find them and kill them.
Sure you wanna be with a black man? You know you inherit our beef, right? Don't mean it's always gonna happen, you know? They're still together. He ain't looking like no super gangsta ass nigga. But that nigga, he obviously, you know, he ain't back down.
I ended up calling the police in New Zealand and filing like a case towards this website because it was pretty scary. Even though they had my false location, it was still pretty crazy to know that people were watching us. But unfortunately, the police couldn't do anything because the website was being run out of the States. I don't remember exactly where in the States it was, but they like looked up the IP address and stuff, and they couldn't do any investigating about it.
Black men, if they're doing that to them, what are they doing to you? You wonder why you disappear and all. Oh, because they're not fucking around with you. They're on that Batman shit for real.
Further than that, unless someone from New Zealand was like on that website and actively stalking me. So a bunch of girls who were victims on the site made this Facebook page to just raise awareness about this website and what was going on, and people were just reporting it and trying to get it taken down, and eventually it got taken down. But that was an extremely scary experience. Do you remember?
Oh yeah,
do you remember
I
all
remember
of that?
because I was getting messages from different people, from men and women, saying like, "Hey, like you're on this website. You probably shouldn't post on your social media for a while. Maybe even delete your Facebook, delete your Instagram, because these people, any information that they can have."
If you in your fucking mind think you've been up on a website and then you figure out months later, you don't know how long you've been up on that motherfucker. They got niggas in your town, dumb nigga. Start looking around. Why do you think I teach the Batman shit? Because they were already connected and smart, just talking and shit, telegrams. Now they can instantly be, and they could be, do you understand? Your life's not a fucking game. This is Hunger Games. And you're in it. You're in it, whether you like it or not.
About you, they'll use it, they might come for you.
Yeah, they were saying these people are actually dangerous.
Yeah. Not only were they threatening her, but they were threatening me too, like, you know, really, really bad stuff that they wanted to do to me because I'm with a white woman. And then how could she be such a traitor to be with someone who's not of her race? And
calling me disgusting names, and it was really eye-opening for me because I kind of thought that all of that
for the wolves. Yeah, I know I'm on the list. Oh well. I've probably been on the list my whole life. I keep hearing it in my readings. I'm like, why they want little old me on the list? You know? Now anyway. What are we gonna do about this? You know, my 50% of black men or other men. If you don't be racist, the racists hate your guts and try to fuck your relationship up. If you be loyal, you don't get picked and you gotta stay alone. You know? Then the black man's finished. Like 50%, even if it's lower, you know what I mean? I'm sure they like to use statistics to fucking scare the shit out of us away from each other. So it could be lower or higher, right? So once more men, even if it's true or not, once more men start like realizing that, the hot girl, black women, you're done. Because we all know the most attractive ones are always the ones that can get, you know? But we live in a world where men like me exist, and we see the ugly ones get just as much. And they go lower on the pole, you know? They end up fucking with whoever. They throw them some bread. So, you know what I mean? You're all suspect. You know? And then most of you have kids. Like, y'all pop shit on us so much. And if we started testing all of y'all, getting y'all bank accounts out, all these things, and compare you directly to the man that you say ain't shit, y'all probably find out the man you think ain't shit probably the best thing for you, but you're so fucking damaged already, nobody's taking you, bro. You gonna have to lie, burn the nigga, and then trap him. So, men, you see why the Lord said put your goddamn dick up? You're not in the early days, you're in the last days. And in the last days, people will do anything just for connection. They don't care. Some people really don't give a fuck, bro. They care, but you know, once you know, sound the horns, a lot of people, I don't know what it is. It's getting worse, though.
Because I kind of thought that all of that, like, you know, extremist racism and stuff was a thing of the past. I didn't think that that would ever happen to us and affect us. And this was 2020. I was like, this was in the height of the Black Lives Matter movement, right? It was just crazy for me that this was happening to us, and our photos were online and we were receiving these threats. It was pretty scary.
Even though this video is mostly focused on like the negative parts of our relationship that we've experienced from other people, the vast majority of how people view our relationship have just been super positive. The most people think, wow, you guys are gonna have such cute babies.
You know why? One, a lot of other people don't give a shit. They don't care. There's so many people, they understand why some people are gonna mix with each other. Love is love. Being picked is being picked, you know? And then other people, you know, they believe in like Lord and freedom and shit. Some people just don't give a shit. They ain't worrying about it because they're like, that shit don't affect my life. I can still choose. I'm getting picked or I'm picking. It don't matter. I see a lot of racism is still here because they have power, but the people are not as racist because it's a taught thing. It's not something that you're just born and you're gonna do it. Now the only reason to be racist is fucking money. You get shit for it. You know what I mean? But the world's so fucked up. What they can give you, it don't equal up to shit no more. You know? When it was beneficial for more people to be racist, it would make sense. But now that everyone's so lost in their mind, like, you know what I mean? People get left behind no matter what. So people that are like, wait up, I've never really been racist. I only just, you know, I know what it is. You know, I'm gonna live a little bit better by turning my fucking head. Now those people didn't get picked by their people and shit. So they're like, wait up, I don't really not like motherfuckers. And I think that one look kind of good. And they want to be with me? Wait up, 50% of his women don't want him. Them bitches is stupid. Alright, I'll take an average working man, you know? Duh. So, you gotta realize though, when that happens, their men or their women are looking at that and they go, oh, I want to be with my average again. It's too late, dog. You've made them feel like shit. You did what you did, and now they want to choose somebody else, dog. You can't go back. It's a mental thing. A lot of people don't like that shit. They don't even realize you the reason why your people ain't fucking with you no more, nigga. Fuck you mad at me for? I ain't do nothing to you. I ain't make your chick choose me, nigga. Your bitch chose me. Just like my bitch chose you. You get it? See, everybody can get mad, but when it comes to being a black man, all of y'all are automatically gonna get the best of our women. You know, y'all train most of them to fucking only want y'all. And then if you ain't even train them to want y'all, we ain't allowed to get up on a certain way. So by the natural reality of I want to live better, they're not gonna choose us. So, you know, they set that up for the ones that are not gonna stay pure to their race, because they racists even know, I don't give a fuck really. I don't like these niggas because of their skin and shit. I don't like these niggas because I understand certain things about them, and I'm not letting these niggas get above me. That's it. No. Period. Sound the horns. That's what I think it is. Because racism don't make fucking sense. It really doesn't. It only makes sense when you know you want to build shit or do certain shit, and you ain't gonna have nobody do it.
Hi, shalom, shalom from Israel. This is Ola, the daughter of Jethro. And I just heard that you black people that was stolen from Africa to America, that you don't know who you are. But you are the children of Yahweh, the children of Israel. And I'm telling you, you have to come back to your homeland, here to Zion, to Jerusalem, because us the Gentiles, we do need you. We need you to come and pray, because you are our saviors.
I don't want to go to that extra mile. Most people don't want to find that extra because it sucks. It's miserable. It's lonely. The struggle is real. It never gets any easier. You got to get harder. I have to ask this guy. I have to understand, like, why he works like that. Right. So after games, I'm like, hey, Kobe, like, why were you in the gym for so long? He's like, because I saw you come in. And I wanted you to know that it doesn't matter how hard you work, that I'm willing to work harder than you. God, I know every mother ain't gonna do what I'm gonna do. That's how you level up. For me, I was more miserable trying to make everyone else happy than I am now with everyone else unhappy with me. Because when nobody's looking, that's the time that really counts. That's the time that really matters. The working out at 5, 6 a.m. and then all the practices and all the extra conditioning, like that work that you do every single day is key, because that's what you're gonna be able to fall back on, and that's what you're gonna be able to like rely on when push comes to shove. If a person would sit down and let their body relax, totally relax, okay, and then start to visualize in their mind, see themselves the way they want to see themselves. Write out a description of how you'd like to see yourself. Start to read it, and read it, and read it, and read it every day. Carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers, all down through history, have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it, we become what we think about. Now, it may be fantasy at first, it might even appear to us as being a lie. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it. And when William James said, believe and your belief will create the fact, you will see the person's personality change. I watch people in the seminars, personality change right in front of my eyes. And all they're doing is starting to see themselves different. They're starting to think different thoughts. This next generation is just such a group of boys, man. I just, for the small group of savages out there, run these fucking kids right over, man. Run them all over. That was always my mentality. Nobody's ever gonna outwork me. So it should be yours. You out there that are listening right now, there's never been more opportunity than there is today. Getting up at 4 o'clock in the morning every day before anybody else, and grounding my thought process is in the no one will outwork me. No one. Motherfucker won't outwork me. I'll start with this.
That's where we at now, gentlemen. Life's so confusing. So many different levels. Everybody's dressed the same, so it's like a clone war. You know? The only real way to tell the difference is being around people and experiencing them, because they can hide and lie. So many women are about to be fucking desperate. Bad women already had 10-year, 20-year plans in their mind and then leave your ass. When this winter hits, when most women you get it, they're gonna be willing to fucking do anything. So it's going to be harder and harder to know if you actually get a good woman or just a fucking pretender. I mean, it's the same thing as our grandfathers and shit, you know?
Fucking sit outside of Mara's house and like...
They wanted loyalty more than they wanted to be loved. You know? And the women wanted to not be outside with their children more than they cared about how big your dick was or how good you looked. That shit didn't matter no more. And it's gonna come back. You gonna be ready for when you get your kingdom back? When being a regular man's this again? Huh? You gonna be ready? You know your ass gotta work till you die, right? You know it ain't gonna get easier, right? Unless you figure something out. You know that, right? You know some of these women can help you elevate yourself, right? They don't even know their power. You're gonna have to see it in them, teach them their power, and then be like, alright, now that I fucking showed you your power of a woman, are you gonna use it on me and elevate me? Or are you gonna fucking go to another dumb fuck and think you're gonna elevate him and he gonna stay with you? It's not gonna get any easier, bro. And nobody got the real answer for everybody. We all live different. We all like shit different. So what works for me may not work for you. Unless, you know, someone develops a system, a new mentality, you know? That's why I like the way my Lord's doing it. Because it's making me start realizing I need to change my mentality. Especially when it comes to women and children and just this life. I'm at the point where I could just sit back, give up, and start working on myself and then learning to enjoy my life. You ain't got no choice but to work on yourself. Or keep taking chances.
I'm already working all of the hours that I'm awake, and I've already given up Saturdays, so the only thing that I have left is like Sundays and evenings. I am no longer going to be watching any football, and I'm no longer going to have Netflix at all. That's what I'm sacrificing. And I think a lot of people create these to-do lists when in my experience it's been so much more useful to.
I was gonna go pay my cable bill today, right? And I said, you don't even play the game like you used to. Shit's boring now again. It's time to retreat. You know? It's not gonna be as fun as it used to be. You're not using it for what you used to use it for, so, you know, fuck it. And I was like, I'm just gonna turn that shit off, save myself the money. You know? Shit's getting tight, man. Shit hard out here.
Write down all the things that I'm willing to sacrifice. Because if you sacrifice everything, there's nothing left than to do the one thing that matters.
I discovered work ethic and how far I could push myself, and I discovered one immutable truth. I could get so good that people would be terrified to lose me.
There you go.
And in fact,
how bad you really want to be in a relationship? It's for women. How bad you really want it? Because your current state and the way you act, some of you are not going to get picked. And even if you get picked, you're going to get left. Men are not going to start marrying women as much, and that shit is dead. Once men start realizing, oh yeah, it's not real marriage like the Bible. It's reversed. She gets to take my shit and take my kids and keep this cycle of dumb shit going. So once niggas start, you know, like Future and, you know, that football player I was playing the other day, that's why they're not marrying them chicks. That's why they're going to have baby mothers. It's the time of the kings again. And then, like I said, every race, y'all outnumber y'all men by a lot. When y'all start losing y'all jobs and you don't even realize there's multiple women that don't have fucking money, bro. You could talk your stupid ass bad girl, I'm bad and I'm this and I'm that. You know how many chicks look better than you? They have no education. They fucking over here and they will fucking stay with one man. They're dying to get picked. You're gonna, all that shit, y'all gonna learn. The same nigga y'all diss, y'all gonna see him walking around with 2 chicks. And y'all gonna be like, how's this dusty bum ass dude? What the fuck, man? Why? I don't get it. And then little by little, you're gonna see his money and everything go up with those 2 chicks. Because he was never a fucking dusty ass nigga. He's just stuck in a bad predicament that motherfuckers need help. And when you get help, shit get done. And when y'all watch y'all men rise up with other people, you know, even if you were the same race, you know, don't matter. When that stereotype of one woman bullshit get broken because everybody broke and everybody start realizing I don't give a fuck about all that, what the fuck people say. We need 3 incomes in this motherfucker. We ain't nobody else. We don't have all these extra families. Most of us got broke fucking families or broke-in families. So what the fuck anybody gonna tell us it don't mean shit. It don't mean nothing. Because the only thing that everybody's faced with now is how the fuck do I survive this new world? You can't survive it the old way. Not if you broke. A lot of broke people are gonna fucking learn why broke men always had the most women. You're gonna learn that. You're gonna learn the hard way that high value men never got to have the most women. They sleep with the most women. The regulars and the men, they get those women to stay with them and build communities and shit, tribes. Why? Because there's gonna be multiple women, and there always was multiple women that are fucked. They're fucked. There's too many, and there's not enough jobs. There's not enough men to be stupid niggas and just say, I'll marry you. So, those women, you know, don't give a fuck about sharing. And then, like, people act like this bisexual thing in women is new. Okay. Okay, black girl. Okay. That's what I like to say. I like to be able to say for the wolves, for the, you know, for y'all too. Anyway, the more and more this goes on, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna be good on a level where, like, reality's going to set in. People are gonna understand eventually. I gotta live this life, right? And I can want to say and want to live what people say, but I don't feel like other people, you know? There's so many women. Now, I'm not saying this is the way it's supposed to be or whatever, right? There's so many women now, chose, I'll say. They are willing to deal with women and men. Right? And those are the brokies. Well, not all of them, but there are a lot of women that are like that are broke, right? Now, for all the men, when this shit starts crashing, the higher value average man, they have women now that are not the high value man. They don't have to tell them, I'm gonna wife you and I'm gonna run around with them. No, these women are gonna be like, I'm coming with my girlfriend. What are you talking about? You're never going with any other women again, nigga. I'm coming with someone else, so you don't have to run the streets no more. This is a package deal. So once that starts happening, then other women that are not bisexual, that, like I said, the broke thing, friends and women that, I don't know, you know, whatever. When they start, like, business, like, a lot of women and men are gonna start looking at things as business. I don't give a fuck about loving you. What are you bringing to this table so we can live better? Because we don't have no choice, you know? When people like that start forming their groups and shit, you're going to get men with more than one woman, because more than one woman's going to be broke. Like, see, you don't get it. When a lot of these fine women that really live off of men, when all that shit stops, and they don't remember to pay their bills and all, they're getting put the fuck out, bro. There's gonna be a lot of attractive women that are gonna become hobos. They're not staying out there. The first man that's decent comes along and says, I will take, it's a rat. Sound the horns, long range. And see, this is what a lot of women are going to be competing with. You get it? And then all the ones that are regular, like that, every man's not a fucking handsome guy. So all the, you know, women that are not like beautiful and all that, they're gonna return back to that guy. They're gonna understand I was always supposed to be with a fucking bus driver. The fuck? Doesn't matter what job I have, I do not look good enough. Period. And you'll return back to your plumbers and bus drivers, and the ugly couples will be together again, making beautiful children. I don't know why the fuck ugly people don't get together like y'all don't make beautiful children, because y'all do sometimes. And then, you know, a lot of times y'all be, you know, making another version of you. But, you know, that dynamic will start coming back, because that dynamic is in most other races, you know, they're still doing shit like that. And little by little, all the single women that are still single, usually gonna start seeing like, yo, it's over. There's nothing I can do. Because I have this mind state already that they told me to have. I believe I'm the only one, and I should be the only one. And you're allowed to choose that. They're right. You know, live by the laws of God and stuff. But also, the laws of God have that concubine thing. So you're fucked there too. The more and more men actually return to this Bible and see the law and see, wait up, I was always supposed to have more than one woman. I can afford it. So religious is usually finished on that level. A lot of you want to run to Christ and shit. When men really start getting on their shit, they gonna smash out of dust. Y'all gonna leave that shit, because you gonna think you can talk that priest ain't gonna be able to stop niggas no more. Niggas gonna come out with them verses in church like, yo, dog, shut the fuck up, nigga. This shit say I could do this, and if you don't want to get down with the program, I go back out there in them streets. Like I said, the more and more this shit broke, the more and more people get broke, the more and more inflation get, women gonna have no choice but to come back to reality, because then men can tell you no. You get it? All the strongest men that can endure, meaning work a job you know you're not getting paid a lot and believe you're good, you know, those men will endure. All the other ones that still believe in the American dream and I deserve a raise, and they're quitting now. These niggas is quitting now, dog. So, you know, those jobs are gonna open up, and then some of us regular guys that never stood a chance to get up there, when they start removing themselves because they could go rely on their family and their wife and their whatever, and they could take the cut and say, I'd rather go get a regular lesser job. Then niggas like me gonna step up and be like, I'll take that job. What the fuck you talking about? I'm getting paid more money and I gotta do that work? Dog, what? That ain't work. Get it? So you'll be replaced. A lot of y'all think y'all gonna get your jobs back. Y'all think I'm going strike and shit. Y'all gonna get replaced, and that's it. They gonna teach niggas like me your easy ass job. You gonna realize your job was never that hard. Your paper pushing ass. And then when I figure it out, it's gonna be a wrap for all y'all. Cause we ain't worrying about no raises and all that. Getting your job and getting that money is automatically a raise in my life, nigga. I'm gonna be living where you living, so I'm automatically better. I'm good. That's why a lot of motherfuckers better stop with this. You know, they ain't moving all these people over here for no reason, nigga. Quit your shitty ass job if you want and don't think you getting replaced. Them high motherfuckers, yeah, you gotta go to school for some of that, so they can play strike force and play around for a little bit until they bring them smart ones over here, and you're gonna get replaced by them. Niggas don't understand, we in a gauntlet for work right now. It's a gauntlet, dog. It's a gauntlet. And if your ass, there's nothing you could do with some of this shit, bro. And a lot of women gonna find out the hard way. You're gonna talk all that tough shit, and it's so many, 2 more millions. Y'all outnumber niggas by the millions, and I tell you this straight real, bro. Me going up and down the East Coast, living around other races, I've seen so many homeless women in my life. It grows and grows, and they're looking better and better because they're regular women that fucking thought they were living this life, and they didn't realize they was one check away from, now your ass get down there, now nobody help you no more. because you want to show you a dusty now, and you just everything just then the depression of fighting out of that's hard, and then all this other shit. Like a lot of women gonna hit that fucking wall, bro, and y'all ain't even going through that shit earlier. A lot of y'all gonna go through that when y'all in y'all 35 and shit. These women that surviving through it now and end up getting their life back together, they went through that shit when they first had the baby, 25, 27, and they did their thing, they fucked up, got serious with life, changed their way of thinking, and the shit got, shit worked out for them. But other women, they get stuck out there, bro. It's a wrap for their ass because of all the crazy shit that could happen to you while you out there. The dangers of running into people. The dangers of you already having alcohol or drug abuse. Then that shit hurts you physically, or, there's so many things. And, when the more it happens, and some women look good and they don't have those problems, and like I'm telling you, the dynamic's gonna switch so fast that women are not gonna know what the fuck is going on. You're gonna have death sentence, just like men. Don't think I'm not talking about men. There are men that are never getting picked. They don't look good enough. They don't make enough money. They don't know this information to go change their mindset about, let me save as much as I can. Let me choose women that don't look the best, because 50% of them